Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. This case regarding Oliver Chesterfield Fields, it is getting a whole lot of talk in my chat, and even when I first saw it appear in the paper, I had my eyebrow raised because I was saying, well, how come he did it and he was still around? Because sometimes you try to put yourself in someone else's shoes. You cannot always, because you don't know what their experience is. But if someone had done that to me, all hell would have broken loose, really, I'm telling you. And he did it to her, he did it to her. Okay, I blogged about this yesterday. Okay, this guy knew these people, husband and wife, for 30 years, and he was a pastor, preacher in the church, and he offered to repair their bathroom for free. It seems as though he was a nice guy. He was going to do it for free. And these people, husband and wife, they were barely making it, it seems, because, they took it for free. They're not paying him. And it seems as though while he was there, something happened between him and the wife when the husband was away. It happened between him and her. And after it happened, he was still around, fixing up what he was fixing. She was still driving in his car, going here, and then he was taking her to the pharmacy. He was still doing things at the home and still around her. And it even came out during trial, what was printed in the paper, that the husband asked to borrow money from the guy. So it means that the guy was in a position to lend money. Okay, so one's borrowing money from you. Now, in my chat, they're saying that he received the money from the Archcott cave-in. He had some apartment buildings in the area, and because he could no longer have them occupied because of the Archcott cave-in there in Britain's Hill, the insurance company, he received some sort of settlement. So he had some money from that insurance claim, and she knew it, the husband knew it, and he was a nice guy. That's what they're saying in my chat. He was a nice guy. And anyhow, when they did the deed, when he and the wife, when the husband was away, they played, when the cat's away, mice will play. They played. They're saying, well, how come she was in the area where he was working in the bathroom? Because that's where she said it happened, in the bathroom. Why didn't it happen in any other part of the house? Why was she there in the bathroom while he's working? Why did it happen there? Why didn't it happen in any other part of the house? That's what they're saying. But this is the kicker. This is the kicker. They are saying that the only reason she cried is because he gave her one of those gifts, a STD kind of thing. He passed something to her. So when she went to the doctor insisted, this is what I'm hearing in my chat, the doctor insisted on her husband being treated. He insisted, because she's married, she's in a relationship, you come in with that, the husband must be contacted. So when the husband got pulled in, it became R. It became R. And when the husband said, well, why didn't you tell me? I was too embarrassed. And plus he told me that you were going to have a heart attack if you knew. And, she came up with all the excuses. But he was found guilty. He was found guilty. I don't know what went on in the court, because outside of the court, it looks real shaky. Outside of the court, looking at this from the outside, it looks really shaky that she was still around him for a month after whatever happened. R is not a sexual act. It comes from hate and anger and violence. There are different angles you could look at it. That it's just not, it's just not one thing. There are many things, and you don't usually come away from that feeling good. And yet she was able to navigate for a whole month until she went to the doctor. Allegedly, she went to the doctor, and was informed that you got a gift here. You got some gift here, and we need to tell your husband about the gift that you may have given him from the gift that you got from this guy. So in my chat, they're saying that the guy was way too nice. The pastor was a nice guy. That's what I'm hearing in my chat. And that she would rather see him go off to the hotel in St. Philip than to say, yeah, I gave him a little bit. Yeah, and I want him to get some money from him. I wanted this. She'd rather him go off to Hotel St. Philip than to admit to her husband and everyone else that her eyes were on his money. Her eyes were on the prize, his pockets and his money. That's what I'm hearing in my chat. That is the talk in my chat. Like I said, when I first saw this, it's not like a case where you can say, oh, yeah, okay, whatever, and come to a conclusion. It stumped you. When you read what is written by the court reporters in your paper, it's like, really? So this is like kind of strange that she was around him. Why didn't she do something, say something, whatever, go to the police? No, I'm hearing in the chat that there was something passed to her, and because she went to the doctor, he insisted that her husband be treated also, and that's how the gig was up, and that's how it was all found out. And the guy did admit, yes, something did occur, but he said it was consensual, and she cried R. Sad. It's just sad. If he is innocent and going to Dawes, that's very unfortunate. And he's a pastor of a church. What was he doing with any type of that anyhow? What was he doing with that? Did he know that he was going to pass some? Oh, it's just a mess. This is a mess. Well, hopefully he'll be better. Hopefully she and her husband will stay together, because after a while, when you really sit and think about this, maybe the husband will come to his senses. But then again, if you're elderly and you don't want to start over, a lot of people don't want to start over in life. They just don't want to start over. But still, it'd be a bad taste in my mouth. Well, it won't be a bad taste in my mouth, because I'm very good with starting over. Okay, I'm very good with start overs. But a lot of people, they don't want that. They don't like that. This is Sherry Veronica.